Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, JackSepticEye. Ready, set, go! November 12th, 2012. After spending the past few years becoming infatuated with the platform, 22-year-old Irish student Sean McLaughlin decides to begin uploading videos of his own to YouTube under the username JackSepticEye. So for the rest of this video, I'm probably just gonna call him Jack. It's easier. Since discovering the site, he had become very interested in what people were doing in the gaming scene on YouTube, as he had been a gamer since he was a kid. So naturally, Jack wanted to make impression videos. Yeah, Jack's first video was pretty much just audio of him doing a solid snake impression against the backdrop of a singular static image for about a minute and a half.
More has changed.
However, at the time, having recently purchased a gaming PC, Jack just couldn't avoid the allure of making his own gaming content. So, unfortunately, Jack never made another dedicated impressions video after the first one. Real shame too, cause he actually does a really good lemon grab.
This castle is in unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
No, Jack's second video was instead the first of several Far Cry 3 gameplay videos. And from this point on, Let's Plays were Jack's bread and butter. Every now and then, Jack would experiment with things like compilation videos or game reviews, but at the end of the day, he was a Let's Player, first and foremost. Playing everything from Dark Souls and Crysis 3 to Hotline Miami and, of course, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I mean, come on, by this point it was 2013. If you were a gaming YouTuber in 2013 and you weren't playing Slender, Amnesia, or Outlast, then you weren't even trying. Or maybe you were the Game Grumps, I don't know. So by this point in late 2013, Jack had just been doing his thing. He had started using Facecam in his Let's Plays, was doing the occasional vlog, and had amassed a little over 2,000 subscribers. But throughout all of this, there had been a certain other energetic gaming YouTuber with a silly accent coming up the ranks on YouTube.
That's a good one. My name is...
Yes, Felix Schellberg, aka PewDiePie. Throughout pretty much the entire time Jack had been making his early videos, Felix's popularity had been exploding, with his channel quickly racing up the most subscribed list. And on September 1st, 2013, Felix decided to use his newfound popularity to help out a few smaller channels, holding a contest wherein a handful of winners would receive a shout out from Felix in a future video. Jack caught wind of this contest, decided, what do I got to lose, and entered one of his Grand Theft Auto videos for consideration, after which he pretty much forgot about the whole thing. He did not expect to win at all, especially considering his entry came very, very late in the game. And yet, on September 20th, 2013, Felix announced the winners of the contest, and look who it is! Jack won, and was one of the 10 people to get their channel shouted out by PewDiePie. And this 15 seconds of screen time was a massive deal to Jack. His sub count started to climb rapidly, jumping from 2,000 to 20,000 by November of 2013, and then all the way to 100,000 by March of 2014. In a matter of months, Jack's YouTube channel went from just a fun hobby to a full-time sustainable job. And while, yes, quite a bit of this was sparked by the PewDiePie shoutout, without talent, good content, and a consistent upload schedule, that momentum would have slowed to a crawl within weeks. But in the aftermath of the PewDiePie shoutout, Jack's passion and drive to make videos was stronger than ever. So he hit the ground running with some of his most popular series of all time, and he even began to collaborate with the likes of Markiplier, who was also rising up the ranks at that point. You know, back before he was the king of Five Nights at Freddy's! And through it all, Jack was settling more and more into who he was as a YouTuber. He went from sounding like this,
hey guys, JackSepticEye here,
to this,
hello, all you beautiful people out there.
all the way to this.
Top of the morning to you ladies, my name is JackSepticEye and welcome back to Night in the Woods!
It was easy to tell that Jack was just having the time of his life making his videos. And it was this passion, along with some algorithmic benefits, that helped the JackSepticEye channel erupt throughout 2014, hitting 1 million subscribers in August, only to then double by December of the same year. And since then, JackSepticEye has garnered a total of over 16 million subscribers, and Jack has made a name for himself as one of, if not the most energetic Let's Player on YouTube. And really, that's just Jack being Jack. In his early days, he would do things like put on a voice to disguise his accent because he was just not that comfortable with who he was at the time. But by 2015, Jack was fully embracing who he was. Loud, excitable, hair like the Toxic Ooze from Ninja Turtles, and just full of energy and passion for his career and community. And things even started to kinda come full circle as Jack befriended and began to work with that good old boy, PewDiePie himself. In fact, at this point, when most people think YouTube gamers, their mind typically jumps to the trio of PewDiePie, Markiplier, and JackSepticEye. These three guys are pretty much the most popular gamers on YouTube, but the weird thing is, in the past year, we've been seeing a lot of gamers begin to stray away from strictly gaming content. And this is by no means a bad thing. Modern gaming channels thrive on personality just as much as they do the choice of game. But while PewDiePie has almost completely left the gaming realm by this point, and Markiplier is about half and half, Jack's channel is the only one of the big three that has remained almost purely gaming-centric, with Jack dedicating several videos to everything from Night in the Woods and Life is Strange to Crash Bandicoot and Sunset Overdrive, which I really wish you would bring back! And sure, you get the occasional try not to laugh or cringe challenge, but as a whole, the JackSepticEye channel is just as much of a gaming channel now as it was back in 2012. And series such as Kindergarten and Rick and Morty VR show that it really hasn't lost its steam, even after nearly 5 years. JackSepticEye's rise to popularity on YouTube outlines something that I feel like we don't see that much on YouTube anymore. PewDiePie giving Jack that shout out in 2013 did far more than send a bunch of subscribers his way. It sparked that passion in Jack to take YouTube seriously and see what he could do. When you're just starting out on YouTube, growth is slow if you're growing at all, and that kind of thing can wear down a person's motivation fast. Heck, I have no idea where A Brief History would be if it weren't for the unbelievable kindness of people like Jack's Films and MatPat. I mean, Jack was planning on teaching English in Korea before he started YouTube. Now he lives in Brighton and is one of the most popular Let's Players of all time. And in no way am I trying to imply that PewDiePie made JackSepticEye, far from it. Like I said, Jack's rapid growth following the PewDiePie shoutouts would have died out after a few weeks had Jack not taken the initiative and worked his butt off to make good content and grow his community every single day. But no one reaches the top entirely on their own, and to me, the story of JackSepticEye proves that sometimes all you need is for someone to tell you you're doing a good job. And that'll give you all the motivation that you need to kick things into high gear and change the course of your life. Thanks for watching, guys. DFTBA. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my JackSepticEye video. I hope you liked it. I honestly didn't know a ton about Jack going into this video, but came out of it really identifying with his story. Like I said, who knows where I would be without the help of MatPat and the Game Theorist. Speaking of which, if you head on over to Matt's channel right now, there's another new episode of A Brief History up all about, you guessed it, PewDiePie. If you want to see that, then you can click right here to go check it out, and if you want to keep up with future Brief Histories, then you can click this button to subscribe to my channel. And I think that's about it, so I'll say it again, guys. Thanks for watching, and DFTBA.